Hey everybody, I thought a video might be a little bit easier for me to explain kind of what the next 2 weeks are going to really look like for us, since we are not supposed to be giving recorded instruction or graded um, choice boards, that sort of thing. We're not supposed to be assigning any lessons, so all of the iReady and things like that will still be available for you. Quizzes and things like that haven't expired yet, so you can review any of those old skills. However, for the next 2 weeks, what I have planned is something that we would normally do in class anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through kind of some of the resources that I'm going to share with you, as well as kind of how my day-to-day with this lesson is going to work out. Obviously, if you are not able to follow the schedule or follow what we're doing, that's completely fine. That you just kind of use this as a template to kind of get you going for the week and what to do. So I posted this message on Seesaw. For the last 2 weeks of school, we'll be traveling the world to exotic ecosystems as we explore our final unit of study, biodiversity. We will explore these wondrous places through a series of virtual field trips, and each day the students will be asked to bring something with them for the field trip. Not a requirement, but something to encourage excitement of the explorations. So in class, I would have them bring in these materials, and it's so funny to see them wearing a puffy coat and a scarf in the middle of May, and bringing a stuffed animal snake with them for a rainforest day or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm gonna continue to encourage through our Seesaw messages. So that was sent out on Friday, and then along with that was our daily itinerary. And so I'm trying to keep it kind of as themed as possible and keep it exciting. So from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, arrive at the airport. So I'll still be posting my morning message. Resources will be posted to Seesaw and Microsoft Teams. So a lot of this, what we would do in class, I've had to totally shift my perspective on it for how to do it virtually in a virtual environment. So how I'm distributing information, things like that, I've kind of revamped everything from scratch. So the resources for each day I'm going to be working on the day before. I have everything planned out now, everything figured out now, just pulling the resources together and things like that. Those will be sent out the day before the trip. So you'll see them at 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, the other activities and the pages and things like that I'll share with you. 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, depart for trip. As of now, all of the trips will take place on Microsoft Teams at 10 o'clock. If for some reason something changes, like I have to go to the school or something like that, I will send out a message saying flight delayed or, something like that. From 11 o'clock to 2 o'clock, explore the biome and sample the local cuisine. So basically use that as break time, explore the resources, have fun, engaging in some of the videos and activities and things like that, and then eat lunch. And then at 2 o'clock, I'm going to either I'm debating on doing another Microsoft Teams meeting where I will walk the kids through step by step of a project, or we can share some facts and things like that, or I will post a YouTube video going through some a craft or some activity or something like that. Again, things that we would normally do in class, we're having to change expectations because we want it to be applicable for all of our kids. So things like glow in the dark paint for bioluminescence is obviously something I don't have at my home. So trying to figure out what's going to be an easy project versus what's still exciting and engaging. So I will be sharing something with them at 2 o'clock for that. So that's going to be every single day. That will be the pattern that I'm going to continue following for the next 2 weeks. The last slide that I shared with them was this one here, which is a board giving them where we're going. You would have to do a little bit of research for some of these. Some of these I had to figure out the city and find what would be closest to it for an airport, that sort of thing. And as you can see, on the 19th, I have MBES, and that's at 9 o'clock. That's when they're starting that parent pick up and drop off of supplies. So I will not be hosting a lesson on that day. And then this last day is where we'll be back home, and it's the last day of school. So we'll be doing a little class get together still at 10 o'clock there for that. But if you're interested in the order that we're going to go in is Reykjavik, which is Iceland. So we're going to the Arctic Circle. Esperanza Base is in Antarctica. Toming is in Guam, which is the nearest access point to get to the Mariana Trench, which will be the deep sea. Johannesburg is our savannah trip, so the African savannah. Alajuela is our Costa Rican rainforest day. Tucson, Arizona, we'll be exploring the desert. And then Queensland, Australia, where we'll be studying the coral reef. So if you want to know that, what I will also be doing is posting, which I just posted now, are these kind of clues for the kids. So there will be a really pretty illustration of where we're going so they can usually figure it out pretty quick, but also some clues of what they would need to bring on the trip. So I'll be posting these. So I posted this one today for tomorrow's trip, and then the other ones will come following that. So tomorrow afternoon, I'll share this one so that they can get ready for the next day, which this would be Antarctica, and then the deep sea, the savannah, rainforest, desert, coral reef. So I'll be posting those the day before as to not give it away. So if you want to keep that a surprise, you can. The other thing that they'll have is this biodiversity journal, which is just going to have, it's going to have a map where they can color in where the places are. It's got some facts and some animals to study. And then over here, I will also be posting this on Seesaw as well, so that they can fill out kind of a journal based on some things that they learn. They can put some facts and things like that there, kind of create that research project for them. If there's something else, because they've been doing such a really great job with it, obviously share anything that you guys want to do with this. Photos of my trip, they can either add themselves into the pictures, draw a picture, do whatever. This I will send tonight in a just a PDF form of this page, of probably the whole journal, and then one of just this page, so you can print those out if you want to keep that at home. That'll be something for you there. Again, I did put it in order of the trips that we're going to go and the way we're going to go through those, so that they can have it ready to go. But if you just want to print out and hand them one day at a time, I'll be sharing this slide with them the morning of the trip, so that 9 to 10 o'clock time. This will be the last resource that they're going to get, and it's not filled out just yet, but basically they'll get this, again, that 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock time. They'll get this slide that tells them where we're going. And then this will have links for articles, videos, and fun stuff. So maybe some 360 videos that they can explore, some different craft projects, or different links and things like that that are tied into the resource for the day. So this will not be ready to send to you ahead of time. This will be sent out on Seesaw daily, depending on the trip. So I will be posting tomorrow morning. I'll be posting the Arctic and the Arctic resources along with the Arctic journal page. And I think that will give you plenty to kind of observe and study the biome together and make it really unique and interesting. Just to recap, I will be posting the slide of where, can you guess where we're going, the night before or the afternoon before. And then between 9 and 10, I'll still post my morning video to Seesaw, as well as the resource page and the journal page, and any sort of quizzes or Nearpods or things that go along with it, crafts and things like that. All of that will be posted from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. We'll go on our virtual trip where I'll read a story that goes along with it. We'll talk a little bit about it. We'll hop on the plane, you know, all that fun stuff that we would do through Microsoft Teams, unless I say otherwise. And then from 11 to 2, that's where they have time to just explore, do some research, watch some videos. There's some excellent, if you have Netflix, Planet Earth, Disney also has all their National Geographic videos that you could watch. Bill Nye has a few. There's some really fascinating videos out there. Obviously, with nature, we have to be open to the idea that there might be some sad things that we see, circle of life and things like that, and knowing that we are advocates for our planet and keeping it safe and keeping it um, as beautiful as possible. That's something that we have to be faced with. And so as I'm sharing resources, I'm trying to find things that maybe don't have that as the focus. Trying to find the positive videos and things like that, but it's not to say that those videos are not equally as important. So having those conversations we will do, talking about coral bleaching and the rise in temperatures and the trees that are cut down in the rainforest every year and the ice caps that are melting, and we will have those conversations and things like that. But just when you're watching those Planet Earth videos, there's some sad moments and things like that. So if you are going to watch those, I suggest you watch them together. But the imagery is just fascinating. And then again at 2 o'clock, I will be sharing some sort of project, whether a video or Teams. I will let you guys know. As of right now, tomorrow will be just a seesaw, and then if I'm going to schedule any for the afternoons, I will. I totally just blanked. I will send that to you in an email or a Teams invite to kind of keep that availability open. I'll also be checking on grades and things like that to make sure everybody's caught up. So if you were missing any assignments, please make sure those are done as well. That iReady program will stay available to you at least through June, so your students can still do that as well. I think that covers everything. I will hop on still and do another parent live Q&A tomorrow on YouTube at 4:30, in case if there are some questions that come up or some ideas that you have about this project, and what we can do with it. And I hope that you have as much fun studying biodiversity and the biomes with your kids as much as I do when we do it in our classrooms. So have a great day.